Private police, public outcry. Imagine a time when New York City's police force wasn't run by the government but by a private security company. Yes, in the 1840s, the city's law enforcement was more like a commercial business than a public service. This was a period when the idea of a public police force was still novel, and the city turned to private entities to keep order in the bustling metropolis. The security company, known as the New York City Police Department, operated with a focus on profit and efficiency, prioritizing the protection of wealthy clients. The private police force in New York was hired to protect property and maintain order, often favoring the interests of the affluent. The officers were essentially security guards for hire, focusing more on protecting the assets of their employers than serving the wider public. This setup meant that law enforcement was a privilege, largely accessible to those who could afford it. The idea of police as a community service was still in its infancy, and this early model reflected the economic disparities of the time. As the city grew, the limitations of a privatized police system became apparent. The lack of accountability and focus on profit over public safety led to widespread corruption and inefficiency. Public outcry and the need for a more equitable system pushed New York City to reconsider its approach to law enforcement. By the mid-19th century, reforms began to take shape, setting the stage for a shift towards a publicly funded police force. This transformation marked the beginning of the modern police force we recognize today, rooted in the principles of public service and accountability. The evolution from a private security model to a government-run entity was driven by the need for fair and effective policing, a lesson learned from the challenges of 1840s New York. This fascinating chapter in history underscores the importance of a police force that serves all citizens equally, highlighting the ongoing dialogue about the role of law enforcement in society.